The most historic rivalry in all of the KMAC takes place on the hardwood here tonight from a tiny Danville High School gym that's all set for a small school barn burner. Danville Blue Devils taking on the East Knox Bulldogs. The girls' Danville team won this edition just a week ago. Boys looking for a sweep in the first half of the KMAC schedule rotation. Jonathan Langdon and Craig Faldy on the call here. We'll have it live and free next on the OH Report.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
It is time for your pregame show presented to you by the National Alliance on Mental Illness here in Ohio. Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy as we're back together again, and it's for a little bit of a time-traveling moment here because you're in a small, packed gym. Everybody is here. It just feels like how it used to be a lot of the times, and that's what Danville and East Knox do a really good job at here.
Yeah, they haven't let go of the past whatsoever in these either two schools. It's so exciting to see such a nice crowd, even though it's a small gym. But we are packed in here like sardines tonight for this Devil Dog rivalry, game one of the season.
And I'll tell you what, most of the sea here tonight is blue, and there is a reason for that. East Knox, though, how about talking about them? They've slipped quite a bit. They've lost their last 6 games, and I mean, you kind of expect that sometimes when 6 of your last 7 games have been on the road, so they haven't been able to get back to their hometown and really start to put on any sort of momentum.
Well, it's almost like a home game because you're about 3 or 4 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
It is true. It's hard to be on the road for that long period of a time. They did have a nice start to the season at 2-2, but as you stated, lost 6 of the last 7. And but they have had a couple very close losses here recently. You never know with the records anymore, just like we saw on Tuesday night when the Danville girls traveled to Mount Gilead. They were 1-10, facing a 500 team that was looking to go top half of the league, and they came away with the victory. So sometimes the records just don't stand.
Well, how about the freshman Mason Payne for this group for East Knox, an all-around rising star in the KMAC. There's another freshman on the other side that's a star, but let's focus in on Mason because he's kind of that guy, that glue guy for them as of late. 10 points per game, 2.5 assists, also a good on the defensive side of the ball, and he's got the ball on a string when you watch him dribble.
Yeah, he's something special. We remember seeing him the first game of the season, and we were very impressed. He's been playing ball outside of just junior high somewhere along the line.
So Mason getting ready to warm it up with some free throws. He is a lefty, so keep an eye out for that as this game will get started here momentarily. But I talked about the sea of blue here tonight, and I mean, they've deserved it, this team, going 7-2 up to this point. They're ranked second in the district, which is something that's very impressive, and you don't typically see Danville get out of a district, but here they potentially have the chance to do so.
Yeah, the way that they started this season, and experience and wins creates momentum, and they've got it right now. So it's going to be a tough task for East Knox tonight. But coming off a great football season, and it's parlay into an excellent season on the court.
Yeah, look at those wins. You got Loudonville, just a significant win. Northmore as well was a huge one right here at home. And then number 3 in that district is Newark Catholic. Despite losing, Danville still with their strength of schedule is over them in the RPI that actually just came out today. So Danville coming in 7-2. Matt Proper, one of the best coaches that you could possibly have here in Danville, heading things up. He had so many district titles with the girls team that we talked about when we saw the Danville girls earlier this week.
Right.
But it seems like he's come in at just the right time with just the right group.
Yeah, his whole system with this group is going to be something special to watch over the next few seasons especially. But, yeah, definitely success in the one arena, the girls, now the boys. The man knows what he's doing.
Aiden Mickley is an unlikely leading scorer this season, 13.5 points per game. That's just a point over Parker Proper, who I have seen a couple of times have some great shows, but some big performances, and I mean big performances from him, just in spurts, has really helped him get his numbers up. He's dangerous, especially when he gets going.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If he can start early, hit a couple of shots right out the bat, could be in for a long night for East Knox. But you did mention Parker Proper as well, the other freshman that we'll be talking about a lot tonight. An excellent young player for the Danville Blue Devils as well.
Aiden Mickley shoots 38% from 3. Overall, this Danville team actually shoots that same number. It's the best in the KMAC. It's something that you don't typically see out of a team in Division 7, out of Danville, in such a tough league. And usually they're kind of the bruisers. I mean, they've got so much success on the football field, but now they're taking it out to the three-point line.
Yeah, they're finding their finesse side of their athletic ability. And once again, it comes down to confidence, especially with three-pointers. And now maybe they got some home cooking tonight, maybe even do better than 38%.
And speaking of the short court, this is going to be a track meet here today. 2 of the top 3 teams in pace are about to set to take the floor in this Devil-Dog rivalry. We'll step aside, take a quick break, and come back with the rest of your pregame show and tip-off here on the OH Report.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
And we wrap up your pregame show brought to you by NAMI Ohio here from the OH.REPORT at Danville High School as they take on the East Knox Bulldogs. Starters for both teams. We'll go over those right now for you. Mason Payne, the freshman, the 5'8" guard wearing number 1. Jackson Crawford, the senior coming into East Knox, the 6'3" wing, wears number 2. Number 3, Kyson Miller is a senior as well. He is a streaky shooter, 35% from the three-point line. Also, Rush Beatty gets the start today. Number 10, the sophomore 6'2" post. And wrapping out the starting lineup is Peyton Hall, the senior 6-foot guard. On the other side for Danville, Parker Proper going to get his start here today for the Danville Blue Devils after becoming a sixth-man for a good portion of the first half of the season. Also, Wes Payne wears number 2, the senior 6'1" guard. Aiden Mickley, our player spotlight, wears number 11, the junior 6'1" guard. Also, Ashton Spalding is not going to be in the starting lineup today. He will come off the bench in place of Proper. Owen Gromberg, number 24, he gets to start, the junior 6'1" wing / post. And then wrapping up that starting lineup, number 5, Carson Proper. Great atmosphere here today. A full, and I mean full, student section to our left of Danville Blue Devils, middle school and high school, all showing out for Devil Dog. It's a blackout on the other side for East Knox, and they'll win the tip with Crawford, and we are underway. Peyton Hall, leading scorer for this group, drives inside and 1 to get things started.
It's very interesting to seeing what the first basket would produce as far as noise from the crowds. It goes to the visitors on a potential and 1.
Peyton Hall this season, a senior, 13.7 points per game. He'll start out with 2 as he misses the free throw on his and 1 attempts. Aiden Mickley up the floor. Wes Payne, leading passer for this Danville team, gives it off to Gronberg. Top of the key now, Proper, far side in front of the student section for East Knox. Parker gives it off to Gronberg. Cut off well by Grinnell, who's starting today.
It's a great movement by the Blue Devils on offense. Great passing as well.
Payne dances around the other Payne as those two will be battling it out all night as Crawford gets a block inside and the leading blocker in the KMAC gets busy early. It'll be a loose ball foul on the Blue Devils as it looks like Danville will jump right into their full court press to try and force some turnovers on the Bulldogs. Cray, what are we seeing here?
We're seeing a full court trap. Looks like a 1-2-1.
And Mason Payne attacks the interior, cannot get it to go. Good defense by the Blue Devils. Gronberg the rebound, and here goes Proper. Dances inside short on the layup. And Crawford loves to snag and run.
Yeah, both teams, as you stated in the beginning, we are going to be in for a battle tonight, and it's going to all be fast.
Buckle up at home. This is going to be a fun one here today as East Knox with the 2-0 lead after a Peyton Hall and 1 within the first 15 seconds. Ball's zips around the perimeter from Danville. Into the block. Gromberg keeps it swinging. Owen loves to shoot the three, fakes out Grinnell. Can't get the leverage on the drive. Forced to give it away.
Yeah, fortunate not to have a turnover there.
Wes Payne, physical, no good, gets his own board. And we're tied.
First basket in 5 tries for Danville.
May have been an extra step there from Hall that he gets away with. See East Knox for the first time at the half-court offense. Hall takes the handoff, stripped by Proper, and Mickley scoops it up. Other way. Parker. Tight defense by Mason Payne. And Gromberg gets the look inside. Nice tough take.
Yeah, full court trapping zone defense. Falling back into a man, it looks like.
Hall beats the closeout. Kick to Kyson Miller. Shot no good. 35% from 3. Can't get his first one, but Grinnell with an offensive board. And Hull is hot early. Great job by Grinnell finding the open guard. That's great catch and shoot.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they've got some great ball movement on both teams right now.
Parker in and out on the 3. Ball swings to Gromberg, who banks it in.
He's as excited as the crowd because he let that fly. I don't think there's any chip glass on the board, but hey.
High arcing 3, no good from Crawford. Danville up 7-5. 5:18 to go in this first quarter. Aiden Mickley puts his head down, can't go off the glass. And Crawford brings down the rebound. Euro step inside, cut off well. No good. Grinnell another board, and he's fouled.
And that's the 3rd foul already on Danville here early in the first quarter.
So Grinnell averages 2 rebounds a game. He's already got 2 big ones tonight. One that led to an open 3, and then that one that extends this possession here for the baseline out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that's one of the keys for East Knox is going to have to be the rebounding battle because Danville's so athletic and strong that East Knox is just going to have to be fundamentally sound.
The second Kyson Miller touches the basketball, you've got to close out. He'll make you pay. Knocks down the second 3 of the day for East Knox.
And he's got a quick release also.
West drive and kick. Spalding looks to answer, and that's his corner.
He touched every bit of the rim on that one, and it goes through.
Second on the team in 3-point percentage, 41%. He is a corner specialist, folks. As Mickley gets his hands dirty on the other end. No good. Rebound inside. Nothing on the putback, but Danville still has possession.
Well, I just got done talking about the rebounding right there, and Danville 2 straight offensive rebounds. Nothing to show for at this point, but they still have possession.
Good defense by Crawford on the drive. And this ball poked away from Gromberg, but not without a foul.
That's going to be the first foul today on East Knox.
First subs of the day will come in. Crawford takes a seat. In for East Knox, number 5, Tanner Severt. He'll defend the inbounder.
Yeah, 12 shot attempts already from Danville. We're barely halfway through the first quarter.
Spalding gives it off to Mickley. He's been wild inside here early.
He's trying to draw fouls, draw contact rather than just trying to secure the points.
Rush Beatty also getting some time. Hands off to Kyson. Picks up his dribble, has to go to Severt. Severt step on Proper, stops on a dime, and he's short on the mid-range jumper. Spalding middle of the floor, gets it to a guard. Ashton off a screen, can't shoot it. Blue Devils, one of the best passing teams in the KMAC. In fact, they are the best as Mickley knocks down the mid-range jumper. These Blue Devils average 17 assists a game. And I think I made the comment earlier this season, that's typically a college number that you see.
Exactly. They're very unselfish. All 5 players on the court at the same time. Makes a big difference.
Payne steps into a 3. Can't get that one to go, and it will bounce out long, last off the Bulldogs. Mason Payne confident with that jumper, and he should be. I mean, he's had a couple of games where he's hit 5+ threes in a game.
Yeah, there's no sense of, don't be afraid to pull the trigger, especially in the arch rivalry tonight.
Wes Payne will slow down the offense. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists per game this year for the senior star. Not able to get the handoff away.
It's amazing how aggressive both teams are at attacking the basket, and we haven't seen any shooting free throws since the very first play of the game.
Proper, lefty, triggers from the corner. No good, but Payne can't haul in the rebound. Maybe took a shot to the eye in the process. Peyton Hall comes back in. He's got 5 of the 8 points for East Knox.
The scoreboard operator's not doing us any favors tonight, are they, Jonathan?
Nice pass on the inbound, and the Propers cannot connect for 2, but there are 2 free throws coming up.
Be the first 2 free throws for Danville of the evening. Only 1 so far for East Knox.
Danville struggled from the line, but the good news, if you're a Blue Devil fan, it's not just them. Really the entire conference. As the first one falls here for Carson Proper, but everyone in the conference under 60% from the line.
That's just an amazing stat because it's 15 feet, 10 feet high no matter where you're playing. And nobody's guarding you to boot.
Yeah, it's probably just everybody going 1 for 2 every single time.
Yeah, I remember thinking about that the first week of the season. If you remember all the games we had, free throws were just not falling for anybody, boys or girls.
Savert dishes to Crawford. Hand off to Hall. That's where he likes to shoot it. No good off the back iron. Nice long rebound for Ashton. Mickley pushes the pace. Wide open Wes Payne. He was practicing those before the JV game, and he knocks it through.
Big run here for Danville.
Savert no good on the 3, and Danville starting to run away. It's 16-8.
They're not going to slow down.
Spalding gets the defender in the air. Tripped up, no call. This is where East Knox excels in transition, but Parker gets a block. And we could be going the other way. Spalding stripped by Miller. And the Bulldogs student section 11 it will reset here for Danville.
It wasn't 30 seconds ago. I was about ready to say the pace has slowed down just a little, and that was not the case. Looks like we're going to be going left to right and right to left all night long, which makes for exciting basketball.
Parker will inbound, gives it off to Spalding. Left wing Mickley. Cross-court pass right in front of the student section. Does not matter for Parker Proper. It is 19-8 as the Blue Devils are blitzing the Bulldogs tonight.
Coach Powell might be thinking about a timeout here.
Miller. Wild shot. Can't get it. Hagen's the rebound inside. And Danville resets again. Ooh, that looked like a backcourt, and that it is.
It's only their second turnover of the game.
I like how Parker tried to sneak it away.
Yeah, that was it's an interesting three-point attempt right there. The last shot by Kyson Miller.
Payne sees a lane, cut off quickly. Keeps his dribble alive. Crawford, no hesitation on the 3, off to the left. And West with 30 seconds left, maybe slowing up the tempo.
I would imagine it'd be hard for them to even wait 30 seconds for a shot. But
lob over the top.
There you go.
That was impressive. Finds Proper inside.
Huge first quarter, huge last 4 minutes for the hometown Blue Devils.
5 seconds to go. Kyson gives it off. Hall, he's had the hot hand. Misses long, and that will do it for the first quarter. Great competitive action here from Danville. If you're a Blue Devil fan, a great quarter, 21-8 as we head to the second here momentarily.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, You can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Danville leads at 21-8 here as we start. Take a look at some keys to victory here for the East Knox Bulldogs. And I mean, coming in, you just knew you had to close out well. Danville loves to shoot the three ball just like you do. And then also show up and show out. They've lost so many tight games this year. If they could keep it close towards the end, they really just need to find that clutch gene.
Yeah, they're going to have a good run here in the second quarter for sure. And boxing out, not so successful in the first quarter as they were out rebounded 14-9.
Briggs Wallace getting his first action of the varsity contest, played both quarters of the JV game. Gromberg top of the key, gives it back to Mickley. Tried to find a cutting Briggs, but right there to intercept it was Peyton Hall. Ball enters the free throw line, back out to Peyton. Defended by Briggs, he'll attack. Gives it away, Beatty, post move, spinning. Great defense by Gronberg.
That is East Knox 10th consecutive miss from the field. Gone stone cold here.
And Gronberg, nice drive on Beatty, draws a foul. So he will head to the line here for Danville yet again. Good job drawing contact. Replay is brought to you today by Knox Community Hospital. First shot for Owen is in and out. Show you the keys to victory for Danville coming into the game. Swing the rock. They've been doing that so far. They love to pass it to each other, and then the constant pressure.
Yeah, they've done exactly what you mentioned as far as their keys to victory. But they have excellent passing. They've done full court press, high man-to-man defense, half court. They've tried it all so far.
Aiden Mickley's been so good at the top of this zone. He's already gotten a few steals from it. East Knox, however, gets it to the middle. That'll help Kyson get open for three. No good. Rebound Crawford. Back out to Payne. Sees a lane. Left-handed runner will not bounce in.
Well, they're just not being able to get anything to drop here in the last about 6 minutes of the ball game.
Gronberg far side corner, drives into a double, and that ball touched out of bounds before it got to Parker. So we're headed the other way.
A pretty clean game from a turnover perspective. Only 3 for East Knox, only 4 for Danville. Very passive half-court trap.
The second they cross that half-court line, the pressure just intensifies from Danville. However, East Knox able to fend it off for now. Now got to find some good looks.
Not getting anything inside the paint much recently. Doesn't look like they have a lot of people cutting through the middle.
Payne uses a fake to kick to the corner. Kyson, no good. He's hit 1 3 today, and it was a heat check for sure. Other than that, he's been cold. Mickley hesitated on a 3. Gives it to Gronberg, who beasts and feasts inside.
Well, that's the 3rd time he's driven to the basket like that and been able to get points out of it. So Danville's hit 5 of their last 7 shots, and East Knox is 0 for 13. Make that 14.
Peyton Hall can't get it in the corner. Briggs Wallace. Late contest, hop step, fadeaway shots, and that'll hit off Kyson. Staying here. East Knox last game against Mount Gilead. It looks like we're going to have a timeout here, and it will be from Coach Powell. So the first timeout of the game called by East Knox. This will give us the time to talk about the Bulldogs in that last game against Mount Gilead. They had trailed early. They trailed at the half. So very similar story to what we're seeing here. But then they had a 21-point third quarter, and it wasn't enough to get by the Indians because they regrouped well and won the fourth as well.
Right. So it just shows you great coaching there by Coach Powell there at halftime to make some adjustments. But maybe they just have cold streaks once in a while. So, they've missed 13 in a row here. You can't expect that to continue. So don't be too dismayed there, the Bulldogs fan, that I haven't seen them shoot like this before. Yeah, absolutely. And they shoot 40% from the field, 32% from three, which aren't awful numbers, but you're looking at Danville, 45%, 38%. Right. Yeah, tonight's just a slight difference of what's going in and what's dropping. And, so many times East Knox shots, they look like they're going in. They just kind of like bounce in and out. They're getting some decent shots, but just hoping the course of 32 minutes that they'll start falling for them.
And I think it was the first, maybe second week of the season where we got to see East Knox a few times in a row. We saw them play Ridgedale. They lost that game, but then we saw them play Granville Christian, and they had such a good shooting performance in the first quarter. So you worry that that's not all it has to take. You really don't want to see a team that you really need, like hot shooting, to win.
Right.
You've got to find other ways to win games, and that's what the Bulldogs are finding out the hard way right now in the 6-game slide.
Yeah, exactly. They're just going to need to chunk these next 5 minutes to chunk the lead down to about half of what it is. So down by 16. Try to get it under 10 at half. As they have switched to a zone defense for the first time tonight.
Payne lobs it inside, back out to Aiden Mickley, who has not been able to find his shot here lately. And this is scooped by Grinnell. Grinnell in transition, can't get the layup to go, but he does win another rebound. Hull hop step in the lane. It's a great bucket.
They needed that. Needed that in a big way.
7 points for Peyton out of the 10 for the Bulldogs. West dishes to Carson Proper. Cross-court pass, nice feed, form shooting from Owen Gronberg, who has had his name called many times.
Yeah, he's had a great night tonight, attacking the basket. Just a simple set shot right there. Both teams now in zones, and it's just
10-second call.
Those are just the silliest turnovers, but that zone has been so good, that half-court trap of theirs, that it's really slowed East Knox down.
Danville doing a good job attacking the middle here in this game as Hall picks up another block, and Proper's rebound helps him draw a foul, so more free throws coming for Carson. Carson this season, whenever he puts the ball up, it's very likely to fall into the basket. As he knocks down the first free throw here.
It makes him 3 for 5 from the line so far tonight.
Circling back to what I just said, 59% Carson is from the field. That's top 5 in the KMAC. That's 6 points in their last game against Loudonville. Second free throw off the back iron. Offensive rebound. Gromberg kicks it back out to Proper. Catch and shoot. He's got it. It is a 20-point lead here in the first half. And this one kicked at the top of the press by Proper.
By the official. Yeah, it's been quite the run here by Danville. Started out like a really close game there about the first 3 minutes. But it's been all Danville ever since.
Over halfway done with this second quarter. Hall was not supposed to get that ball. It ended up trickling towards him. About to reset the offense. This time Rush keeps it, gives it to Severt. Severt had that pass read like a book by Parker Proper, but he's stripped, and a nice steal by Payne.
Freshman on freshman right there. Imagine they went at it last year in the 8th grade, right?
Yeah, definitely did. Rush Beatty, also a younger guy, the sophomore, lays that in. I mean, Danville won the middle school championship. I know that for a fact. I don't know who they played. It could have been East Knox, but I know there were a couple of other teams that have some really good freshmen this year. Ashton Spalding catch and shoot, short on the left wing three. But Danville actually won the last 2 seasons, the 8th grade tournament. So their youth certainly developing here at the varsity level.
Yeah, that's gonna reap benefits here for the next 3 years for sure.
Yeah, but Carson Proper missed a bunny. 2.5 to go.
Probably couldn't believe how close he was, and there's nobody on him. When your high post gets the ball like that, he's got to face the basket.
See if they go his way again. He's not even looking to face the basket.
No.
Severt cut off in the lane. A lot of time ticking off here in this possession.
Yeah, Danville does a nice job playing that man-to-man defense, but they're so aggressive. I think you can beat them back door.
Great block by Wes Payne. Inflicts some pain on Mason Payne. I'll have to ask Wes if there's any connection between the two. I don't know. I meant to ask before the game. I forgot about it.
Did you? Yeah.
They're both laughing with each other about it, so that leads me to believe potentially.
Yes.
Kyson catch and shoot. No good. Bounces wickedly off of a Blue Devil.
Well,
gives Kyson a second chance.
Maybe somebody listening will have that answer for us.
Absolutely, yeah. And one here for Rush Beatty.
First foul of the quarter against Danville.
And all of a sudden, Rush has scored the last 4 points here for East Knox.
Only be their second free throw attempt of the game. Missed their first.
Rush is the
That was
future.
first play of the game.
Yeah. He's a future in the post for this team. 6 points per game, 6.5 rebounds. And he does knock down the free throw, which is also valuable as a big.
Absolutely.
57% from the line this year before that shot.
Doesn't seem like a lot when you're down by 15, but they have scored the last 5 right now.
Yeah.
If they can just win this last minute and a half, I would think that Coach Powell would be pretty happy at halftime.
It's a 5-0 Rush Beatty run here for the Bulldogs. Baseline drive, Mickley stops and floats one in. And you can tell why he's so dangerous in spurts. He's just got that slashing ability.
Yeah, he goes up really strong with the ball, too.
And it feels like he's inches away from every single pass East Knox is throwing. Here's a takeaway from Carson Proper. He'll lay it in with the left.
Well, that 5-0 run has been wiped away pretty quickly.
Under a minute left here in the first half. Pass up ahead to Grinnell. Gets it back to the middle. Oh, he'll face the basket, go at the basket, and lay it in. He's got 9.
That's how you do it when you get the ball in the high post. You turn and see if there's any kind of avenue for you to get to the basket.
I bet they were looking forward to film sessions to say exactly what you just said, or maybe not even have to say it if they use our footage. 20 seconds left. Swendel in the game, passes it to Wes.
Well, they tried to hold the ball there in the first quarter the last 30 seconds. They just couldn't do it. They really like to attack the basket early.
Mickley steps it back for 3. Too long. Grinnell, nice rebound. 3 seconds left. Mason Payne looks up at the clock. Heaves one up. It's blocked. And Parker Proper got a hand on it. That'll end the half. Danville doubles the score of the Bulldogs. It's 34-17. As we head to the locker rooms, we'll have your halftime stats coming up next here on the OH Report.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Want to take a second to thank your sponsors bringing you tonight's live and free coverage. NAMI Ohio, the state's voice on mental illness. Also, Labor's Local 1216. Feel the power of Local Union 1216, serving members in North Central Ohio with workplace safety, protection training, and more. Find out more online on our website and Facebook page in the description. Also, a shout out to Knox Community Hospital, in the community for the community. The Killbuck Savings Bank. Since 1900, KSB has been proud to serve our community bank with dedication, integrity, and a commitment to your financial success. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. And finally, a shout out to Spherion Mid-Ohio. Proud to support our local athletes. They know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work at Spherion Mid-Ohio. Halftime numbers are crunched. We'll have them for you next on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
It's time for your halftime show quickly with 2 minutes to go before we start the third. Jonathan Langdon alongside Cray Faldy here from Danville. Blue Devils lead at 34-17 over their arch rival East Knox in the Devil Dog game, as both teams came out hot to start. It was a very close first half of the first quarter, but since then it feels like it's been all Danville because of cold shooting from East Knox and Danville getting out on the break.
Yeah, as we expected with Danville to be aggressive like that and have quite a high potential for fast breaks, etc. Their defense has been pretty solid. I think once they went to that half-court trap, that 1-2-2, slowed East Knox down. And like you said, East Knox, they missed 13 shots in a row at one point, and only went 7 for 29 in the entire first half for 24%.
Shout out to a couple of the comments watching live and free here today. Sheila cheering on the Blue, just as she was the other day against Mount Gilead for the girls' side. Kathy also says go Blue. And also shout out Peyton Colopy, my color analyst for Danville football, letting us know Mason Payne is his cousin's kid, and he thinks Wes Payne is related on that other side of the family tree. So it gets a little shady from there, but the last names match.
Yeah, we don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Well, those two have been matched up pretty well. And actually, we just got confirmation saying, yes, their grandfathers on the Payne side were brothers. So there's that explanation. Cool. Also, shout out to Julie cheering on the Blue, and a couple of Bulldog fans as well, Wendy and Shannon, and then Janet cheering on the boys in blue. Halftime numbers, you've seen them on your screen there. Great rebounding battle between these two teams, 20-16 compared to in advantage of Danville. I mean, both teams getting at it.
Yeah, I think East Knox doing a really good job with their rebounding. They were a little bit behind there after the first quarter, but got a little bit better in the second quarter, and that's one of the keys to the game, is to stay within the reach of the rebounding battle. It's nice to see them cut the lead a little bit there late in the second quarter. So we're only down by 17, but they're only down by 17 at this point. Just keep chipping away. Play with confidence. You're on the road, you got nothing to lose, a great crowd, and East Knox brought a heck of a student body with them.
They did. It feels like the entire school is here for East Knox. And then you could say the same for Danville on the other side.
Absolutely. The best attended game I've been to this year.
And it's D6 and D7. Don't you like that?
I love it.
Peyton Hall up and under at a great first half. Too strong off the glass this time. Wes Payne pushes the pace. Kicks to the corner. Proper catch and shoot right in front of his classmates. Can't get it to go. Rebound out by Danville. Wes triggers one up from the right wing. It's a swish.
Ball movement is hard to defend.
He shoots 28% from three coming into today. But, I mean, when I watched him shoot in warm-ups, he wasn't missing. So it's more of a confidence thing, getting out on the floor and knocking down shots. He's hit 2 today.
Yeah, he's got the right technique and the right rotation on the ball. I'm surprised he's only at 28.
Long 2 for Crawford doesn't go. And starting to get to the danger zone here if you're East Knox, as Proper has an easy layup.
Rolled around and around and around and finally goes in.
Crawford nearly loses this one out, and that he does, but he is fouled by Proper. Show you this yet again, thanks to Knox Community Hospital. Definitely minimal contact, no arguments from anyone in the crowd here.
Yeah, he was right in front of the crowd there too. So must have been okay.
Rush Beatty goes to the basket and he banks it in.
Stopping the 5-0 run that Danville had to start the third quarter.
Ball zips to Carson. Had to pat it down so it does not have a dribble. Gives it off to Payne. Trying his luck in the mid-range area. That won't go. Crawford sizes up Carson. Hands to Hull. Payton tough on Payne. Hits the side of the backboard. Great defense from Danville.
Yeah, I like the officials are letting them play a little bit, which I love to see in a rivalry.
Euro step, Crawford, no good. Ball bounces out, last off the Bulldogs. And it looks like the official on the near side is going to make that change. So we'll stay here.
Yeah, they're conversing about it. We'll see which way they're going to go. And it's going to stay here. Crawford is very aggressive there in the first minute and a half. I think he took 4 shots, just couldn't get anything to fall.
And Coach Powell has opted to take him to the bench. So you got a foul up top on Payne. It'll be his second.
I'd imagine he was maybe playing a little outside of the offensive scheme.
Potentially. We'll see how long it takes for him to come back in. That'll tell us our answer.
A very well played game so far when it comes to turnovers. As
Hull can't get that to go.
only 11 turnovers for both teams combined in the first half, and none here in 3 minutes into the third quarter. Shows how efficient they are at passing the basketball.
Kyson thought about a deep 3. Instead, he'll attack the basket, makes the right decision, gets himself on the board here in the second half. He's got 5. Still man coverage here out of the East Knox Bulldogs as Gromberg holds it out top, gets it out to Mickley. Mickley in a double, gets it out of the crowd. And Gromberg has a lane to work. A little bit too strong.
Yeah, he was making all of those in the first half.
Kyson keeps that pivot alive, finds Mason, steps in, mid-range jumper. He has been cold today. Still looking for his first points. Mickley hop step, dishes in. Gromberg finishes. And a timeout by Danville here.
Interesting call, up by 20. Maybe saw something he'd like to change quickly. Needs to have a talk with him about it. So 7-4 right now in the third quarter for Danville with the lead. Bumping the lead to 20 points.
So Coach Proper, you can kind of see him there in the huddle. He's got some things to say. Despite decent start here to this third quarter. I mean,
he's
not
not
7-2.
Yeah, you have a little bit higher expectations, and he's not looking at the score right now. He's looking at how are we executing who's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and if you're not, we're going to have a discussion about it. But playing very well as a group, those 5 out there right now.
Yeah, they're going to have a discussion about it, and everybody in the gym's going to hear, too.
Yep. Now they're in a 2-1-2 half-court probable trap. Just a passive 2-1-2.
Beatty faces a basket, goes to it, misses. Proper dances with the baseline, stays in bounds. Ball zip to Carson, who slips on the deck. Deflection will roll out of bounds, and it's last off Danville.
Broke the streak I shouldn't have talked about. First turnover of the half. Well, East Knox continuing their plight as Crawford does come back into the game after about a 2-minute rest.
Halfway through the third, Miller will bring it up the floor here for East Knox. Pace has slowed down a bit here in the third as these two teams run just as fast as anybody in the KMAC, 2 of the top 3 pace leaders. But slow and methodical here out of the Bulldogs as they look to try and break this defense from Danville. Leads to an open 3, cannot cash in, but Beatty's having a game as he gets a board and lays it home.
They needed that offensive rebound, get them going here, getting themselves a nice, easy shot.
Danville tried to go give and go between Spalding and Mickley, and Beatty leads the break inside. He finishes it off. The sophomore is sizzling here in the third.
He's not playing like a sophomore at all, playing like a full-fledged senior.
Speaking of underclassmen, Proper attacks, misses. Good box out by Bruce Hagens. And then Crawford turns it over.
It's a little bit out of control when he got the ball there.
West splits a double, falls right to Ashton Spalding. Said, oh, found a basketball, let's just throw that up and in. It kind of slipped out of Wes's hands and fell right to him.
It just seems anytime East Knox tries any kind of a run of 4 points or something like that, Danville buries one of those threes again.
44-25. West surveying the floor.
And Danville's 7 for 14 from the three-point line as we speak, 50%.
First action of the game for Bryson Burke, number 12 in white. Had the basketball momentarily, takes it back in the corner, keeps it moving. Proper, no hesitation. I mean, he has been hot this season, 46% from 3.
You don't even get that from Steph Curry.
Timeout by East Knox.
And folks, you are watching the best three-point shooting team in the KMAC tonight, and they're delivering.
Absolutely, and they lead it by 22.
15. Goodness.
So Danville taking care of business here in this rivalry game against East Knox. We had an early start to the Freddyburg game over in Fredericktown, and I mean, it's hard to match what Fredericktown just did to Centerburg. They won 62-9.
Yeah, what a difference a year makes.
It's absolutely absurd to see that score.
Such a good team last year. We knew Fredericktown was going to be pretty dominant this year, but that's unheard of in high school basketball these days. 62-9,
and I believe it was 50-6 or something like that at the half.
Looked at it, that's just crazy. Congratulations to the Freddies on that win.
That takes them to 10-0 on the year. We saw their 9th win against Northmore earlier this week.
Was there a rank today? Did you see that?
There is, yes. They're ranked 3rd in the Central District. They're ranked behind, so they're in Division 5. They're ranked behind Afrocentric, which is always a player.
Yes.
And then also Harvest Prep, interestingly enough, who Fredericktown beat, is ranked ahead of them in the RPI.
It's got to be a schedule thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Out of the timeout here in the third quarter, Danville leads it by 22. And Rush continuing to attack, and he'll draw contact for 2 free throws coming up. And then you look at Danville, where they are in the RPI. They're 2nd in Division 7. And if you're wondering, what's this talk about an RPI? What is that? It's basically the ranking that the OHSAA is using this year to seed the tournament. So if the season ended today, or if the tournament draw was today, as Beatty misses the first free throw, Danville would be 2nd in their district. And in Division 7, they only have one district winner. So some divisions split up into two.
Yep.
But only one's coming out of Division 7 in the Central District as this ball bounces out, and it will stay here for East Knox.
Missed both the free throws. Tough shooting tonight. Fortunately, there hasn't been very many free throws at all, but East Knox is 1 for 4, and Danville's only 3 for 6 to boot. So between the two teams, they're shooting about 40%.
Rush catches the lob, gives it away to Mason. Mason gets the first step, passes deflected out of bounds. Danville in that RPI, second behind Shekinah Christian out of Plain City. They're ranked ahead of Newark Catholic. Very similar story to Fredericktown. Danville lost to Newark Catholic, but they are ranked ahead due to strength of schedule. Mason steps in. Great defense still by Proper, but Mason makes a tough shot. Briggs back in the ballgame, played momentarily in the second quarter, and he'll get an assist. Owen Gronberg puts the Blue Devils up to 50 as the lead is 23.
9 for 16 from 3 as a team. 3 in a row.
Miller's bumped. And that really raises some questions if you're a Bulldog fan. Like, is this the same kind of game if they just start missing threes? Or
Yeah, what would it be?
Well, the answer I think would be is defensively. We've seen very good coverage by Danville, but the free throws starting to stack up here for East Knox as Kyson knocks down the first.
Yeah, and they will be in the bonus the rest of the quarter. It's only 57 seconds, so not so bad.
But no fouls on the Bulldogs in this third. Looks like a free throw violation on Bruce Hagen, so that shot went in, but it will not count.
Is that considered a missed free throw or just a violation?
I think it's just a violation.
I don't think. Turnover,
I don't think you void.
Yeah.
I don't think you give a miss to the shooter. Even us announcers have questions about the rules sometimes. Hopefully it's never anything too big. I think that's pretty minor.
That's a pretty scary one. Yeah, they do change things every year. You just got to get that new booklet.
Good steal by Kyson into the post. Sees that kick off a Blue Devils leg. 25 seconds left for the Bulldogs to try and contribute something here to end the third. Kyson goes at Owen. That's blocked. Stays here.
I think they're putting themselves in position of very difficult shot attempts. It just seems to be, it's a really high offense, and it's one guy driving to the basket, trying to get contact, instead of more fluid, more passing through the lane, that kind of a thing.
Hall rips through, goes the opposite way. Peyton, no good off the glass. Case in point there for Cray. Spalding, catch and shoot in the corner. Off to the right, and the buzzer sounds before Gronberg gets a final shot. That will end the third. Danville looking like they're running away with this first Devil Dog rivalry matchup of the season here on the hardwood, 50-28. We'll take a break.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
And we're back here from Danville High School. Fourth quarter just about set to go. And I just realized our clock is frozen. Have to take a look at that. (50-28) here as we start the fourth quarter. 8 minutes on the clock. Out to Gronberg. No room to shoot the three.
I love Bert Gronberg. Every time he gets the ball, he's ready to score.
This one misses. Beatty comes down with the rebound. Quickly the other way. Kyson's fouled. And we'll have free throws.
One of the few fast breaks of the game where East Knox actually got out ahead of the pack.
First shot's good for Kyson. Looks like we're not going to have our clock camera here for the rest of the game. We'll keep you updated on the time. Second shot is in also for Kyson Miller. So it is a 20-point game, 7:37 to go here in this fourth quarter. Payne nearly traveled, keeps that pivot alive. Mickley catches, attacks quickly. Left side of the basket, no good. Hall tips it out with 7:20 to go. And this will stay with Danville.
Good aggressive move towards the basket right there, just couldn't finish.
Another tip last out by East Knox. Took just a second off the clock. Gronberg gets the step and misses the layup. Carson the rebound, short on his putback. The rebound by Severt, out to Payne. Looking to cut the floor. He's cut off well, gives it back to Tanner, and he's blocked from behind. But a foul.
And a call from the outside official. I saw something that the lead official did not see.
Yeah, not even in our frame there. The official that made the call.
That should tell you everything I was trying to say.
Tanner Severt at the line. Off the back iron with the first. Tanner, sophomore, 5'10" guard. Typically leads the scoring for the JV games. Getting some play here with 7:03 left in the fourth.
Yeah, full quarter of varsity action is going to be good for him.
Blue Devils up the floor. Wild pass as Wes hauls it in. Crossover Parker. Gives it back to Payne. They clean up the spacing, and Wes will get a chance at the free throw line for a three-point play.
That is the first foul of the second half against East Knox. And the first free throw attempt, obviously, for Danville. It's the biggest lead of the game, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
22.
I think it was at 23 at one point. So we'll not get to tying that mark. 6:41 to go and counting here in the fourth. Kyson keeps the ball swinging. Crawford, active hands by Carson. Jackson keeps going, and a nice move, just can't get the finish.
Looked good on film, except just didn't go in.
Gromberg gets the feed, no good. Fight for the basketball, poked out by Mickley, and Danville wins another possession. Coach Proper was yelling at West to keep the ball moving, started dribbling a bit.
Yeah, he likes that ball movement, that's for sure.
Cut from Payne, takes a bump, and he's going back to the line. I think you're going to see it just to the left of your screen. Look at this cut from Wes. Completely fooled Kyson Miller.
Yes.
But also got to give credit to Gronberg using his eyes to draw that defender.
Gronberg's had a good game tonight in all phases.
I think he's our MVP candidate. What do you think?
Strong performance from him for sure.
I'll have to look at the final book. I'll have to race down to see the book.
Yeah.
and goes 1 for 2 at the line.
I like the cheat sheet on the scoreboard when they have the points and fouls for you.
They're
making it hard on us up here.
Danville does that every game. I have to go down to the table and actually talk to my people here at Danville. Hall for 3 off to the right. Rebound Gromberg with 5:50 to go. Here goes Mickley down the floor. West, kick, Owen. Does he keep it going? Yes, he does. I think he wants that MVP. He's been hearing us up here.
I said when he grabs the ball, he's thinking nothing but shot. I love it.
That's kicked off of Parker's foot.
Well, definitely the biggest lead of the game now.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. 26-point game, 5:32 left.
Still nice to see both student sections have been standing up the entire game. The Devil Dog rivalry doesn't matter what the score is.
Rush gives it away. Best look Kyson's had all game long, and he accordingly hits a 3.
Yeah, he's due for one.
West takes a wide ankle, tries to sneak one through.
Surprised that wasn't a kick ball, but that ball's still loose.
And Danville's going to get it back after a touch from East Knox.
Official was signaling that ball was batted.
And a blocking foul. It'll be the 3rd team foul on East Knox.
Yep.
Severett comes back into the game. Spalding also will check in. Gromberg takes a seat.
Looks like East Knox legs are getting just a little bit tired, starting to get a little bit lazier and doing some reaching, that kind of a thing. Sometimes you see that late in a game in a blowout.
In and out move from West. Handoff to Spalding. He's got a line to drive. Kicks to Proper. Maybe early on the shot. It ended up going short. Crawford attacks the defense. It's a blocking foul. I mean, he's put his head down a number of times.
Yeah, he's just not getting any results tonight. We've seen him have pretty good success in other games. Just tonight, nothing's working for him.
Kyson, wild shot to try and draw contact.
Yeah, they just making it hard on themselves.
There goes Parker. Kick, and Carson started flashing. Ball ended up going high. Crawford gets a layup, but it's an offensive foul on Miller.
It's going to be a foul, not on the person driving to the lane, but the person that was blocking for him.
Yeah, you're going to see it nice and clear here on this replay.
See that block there? He put his shoulder down.
Hey,
crowd's a little restless on that one.
If that's a different sport, that's a nice block for a 50-yard touchdown.
That was a great block.
These two teams love their football, and it came out here with 4:11 to go in the 4th. The East Knox student section chants got a smirk out of the officiating crew. I saw it. Halfway through the 4th. Mickley inside.
Got that blocked.
Yeah, good block there by the Bulldogs. Looks like it was Kyson who's been busy. Wet spot on the floor. They'll have to clean this up. As we take this brief pause, look at the quarter-by-quarter scoring. East Knox fell early, 21 to 8 in the first. Then it was a 13-9 second in favor of Danville, and then high-scoring third, 16-11 in favor of the Blue Devils.
Yeah, they just jumped out in that second half of the first quarter and almost theoretically put the game away.
Nice offensive rebound by Carson. Counted in 1. Able to clean up his brother's miss.
We're talking about that one at the supper table later.
Depending on how this wind's going, they might be going to a nice gourmet restaurant after the game.
Gourmet,
I mean, everybody deserves gourmet after beating their rival, you know? That ball trickles in, 59-33. Got to get it across the half-court line. They've already had a 10-second violation earlier in the game. That they do. Miller, nice full head of speed. Gets past his defender, forces a foul. So clock stopping frequently here for free throws. 3.5 to go in this game.
Yeah, just going back to the same thing, is just like on that shot there, they're really making it difficult on themselves trying to get the basket. Looking for contact. This time it worked out for them. But I don't know how many shots this game that they've taken with out of control, off balance, trying to get a foul rather than just going clean and making a layup.
And second shot is a swish. 2 for 2 there for Kyson Miller. He's able to pick up the third foul on Payne, and he also strips him right here. Oh, he missed the layup. 5-on-4 the other way. Wes, open lane, will lay it up. Shows him how it's done at 61-35.
Yeah, I think Kyson maybe just a little bit winded here in the last quarter.
That's the persistent pressure that Danville's been putting on here in this contest.
They don't back off. I said there's no scoreboard in this rivalry.
Rush, fading shot. He's looked real good in the paint. Leads all scorers here for East Knox.
Looks like some wholesale substitutions soon for Danville. Coach Proper may have to call a timeout to get him a little bit more playing time here.
Dangerous pass. Kyson gets this one.
He's not.
And that one just sneaks through.
I was just about to say he's not going to miss that one.
Able to use the rim nicely there. Forces a timeout, and it looks like those platoon swaps will happen, at least for Danville, with 2:17 left here in this game.
It's been a good treat for the large crowd here in Danville tonight, from start to finish.
And got to think the night's still young here in Danville after a win like this. So this will send Danville to 8-2 on the year. Now the night can't go too late because they've got a game tomorrow against Lucas at bright and early. 11 o'clock is when the JV game starts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure the coach is putting some sort of parameters on them.
Yeah.
It's an interesting starting time.
Tonight, here at home, starts a 4-game homestand. And then, of course, tomorrow they play Lucas. And then all of next week, they'll be home. Mount Gilead and then Centerburg will be coming here. Romberg just gets one out to Bryson Burke. Bryson drives baseline, finds Swindle. Swindle that one through the cords.
The crowd's loving the JV, players getting the action at the varsity level.
Ethan Swindle, the senior, 6'3" post, as Burke almost got a steal. Kyson swings it, Severt, top of the key. Off to the left, long rebound for Parker. He'll launch one up ahead. Numbers for Danville. Romberg, extra pass, Swindle. Lobs one over the top, minute 39 to go and counting. As finishing touches being made here at Danville.
Kronberg trying to get the other good players involved here. That was
nice tough take by Briggs, just couldn't finish. Kyson drive kick, Grinnell keeps it swinging, Severt. Poked by Briggs and Hull. Minute to go now here in the game. Payton looking to find a shot again. And this one tipped out by Rush. We'll head the other way. 57.6, and here come the final touches for Danville's JV squad that will come in. Damian Smith, number 34, and also Chris Mosier, the junior wing, He comes in wearing number 4. So Parker's day is done, as is Owen Gronberg's. Those two leading the way in scoring today.
Yeah, pretty dominant performance start to finish tonight for the Blue Devils.
It looks like one final sub will try to come in here with 45 seconds left, as Aiden Hood has checked into the scorer's table. And he'll get his play here after a jump ball. Smith and Beatty with the tie-up. Burke will take a seat. And here goes Aiden Hood, the senior. East Knox will drop their 7th straight game. They are now 0-7 after this one, as there's a tough take by Hall.
Yeah, get a little physical right there here in the last 30 seconds. Frustration fouls.
So Peyton's going to get 2 shots at the line, but East Knox, I mean, on the road it's been tough. 0-7 now after this result.
Yeah, they're going to be happy to be at home. But the good news is it's a long season. They're going to have a ton of KMAC games left. And
a lot of them are home.
Tournament. Yep, a lot of them are going to be home.
As Kyson's day is done, he'll head out in exchange for Bruce Hagens. Peyton missed the first free throw. And he goes 0 for 2. Ball tipped out. But the ball saved back underneath the basket. Cardinal sin for Danville. Gives a bucket to Beatty again. And this gym getting fired up. 7 seconds and counting here before this one's a close.
Student body's got to say one more thing to the opposition.
63-41 your final. Danville gets a big win here in Devil Dog Part 1.
And a standing O from the fans.
We'll take a break, come back. Your MVP will join us upstairs. Also some final numbers here on the OH Report.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters, because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Post-game show here brought to you by NAMI Ohio. Danville, East Knox. The Devil Dog game goes to the Blue Devils here tonight at home. They win it by 22, 63-41. And a lot of it was the red-hot three-point shooting out of these Danville Blue Devils. They shot 10 of 19 from beyond the arc, Cray.
Yeah, and then if you look at the opposite side, East Knox only shot 3 of 18. Right there's a huge difference. 21 points. Victory was by 22.
So you look at the numbers as well, just cold shooting also from East Knox, and rebound battle. It was a lot of Danville winning that by 11. It was a lot of just missed shots by East Knox and some good box outs today.
Yeah,
so
pretty much, and they just, especially in the second half, they out-rebounded them 17-10. Kind of iced the game pretty quickly there in the third quarter.
So competitive game from Danville right out of the gates, and then they run away, get a nice win here, and going to continue their dominance as they look forward to a Division 7 tournament run and also a KMAC run that has been unlikely from this team. They went 1-13 in the league last year, and this turnaround has been tremendous.
And I'll tell you what, they've only had, one loss in the league so far?
Yeah.
And so think about it. They're going to get it, if they continue this kind of a pace, they're going to have to knock off Fredericktown, but they could get second, third place. That'd be what a turnaround from being in last.
Yeah, but one of the biggest jumps in the KMAC standings that we have seen in a long time for sure. So Danville, they're going to be right back at it tomorrow, not in the league, but in non-conference. They play Lucas right here in this gym. Game will be I'm actually seeing. I thought it was an afternoon game, but apparently it is a 7:15 start. So good news there for Lucas. So they can get to party hard a little bit late, a little bit harder here tonight. And then on the other side for East Knox, they play at Loudonville. They don't play until next week.
Okay. Yeah. So tough 7-game road trip basically, right?
Yeah.
Heard most of the games on the road. Sure, things will get better for them down the road. They just got to go back to whatever they were doing at the start of the season. The confidence level was totally different when we saw them before. They were 2-2, looking not too bad because they had a rough year last year as well. Hopefully the worst is behind them and they can just move forward.
Consistent scoring today from Danville quarter to quarter, 21 in the first, 13 in the second, 16 in the third, 13 in the fourth. We're waiting on our MVP, Owen Gronberg, the leading scorer of this game with 18 points. He'll join us here momentarily. Parker Proper, the freshman, had 16 in this game. Those two paced the offense really well here for Danville. We'll step aside, take a break one more time, and Owen will join us next.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
It's time for your Killbuck Savings Bank MVP. The leading scorer of this game is OG, Owen Gronberg. Congratulations to you on the win. And I mean, a big one here against East Knox. You're looking at the scoreboard right now, 63-31. 18 points for you, 3 triples fall. And it just feels like everybody was hitting threes today. You shot 10 of 19 from 3. What has that meant for you guys, just having that option to consistently hit from beyond the arc?
It's a big thing. You drive in, you're stuck, you just kick it out. You got tons of teammates that can hit stuff. And I think it really starts in practice because Coach Proper making us shoot, making us do in-game stuff to help us really get those in-game shots and in-game looks in practice, which will transfer over to the game and give us those, so we'll have that.
And I mean, it's been a tremendous turnaround from you guys. You go from 1 win in the league last year to where you're at now with getting your 6th win in just the first rotation of KMAC opponents. What do you think that you kind of point towards when it comes to what's the number one thing that's helped you turn this around?
Leadership, I think. We have a great group of seniors, great group of freshmen too, and sophomores and juniors. I think we all, as a group, we're leaders and we pick each other up and call each other out when we aren't giving our full effort, and I think that's what has helped a lot.
And then I think I went a little too long without giving you a chance to just talk to me about what it means to beat a team like East Knox out on this gym.
It's a pretty good feeling, always a rivalry, and everyone stresses to beat East Knox, and that's our end goal. So.
All right, congratulations to you. You
Thank
did
you.
it. You got one more chance at them at the end of the year. But, I mean, moving forward now, this is going to be an exciting time to watch how this thing pans out for you guys. What's it going to take to reach the finish line strong?
Effort, a lot of effort through the season and staying consistent. We've had trouble staying consistent, but I feel like we need to get there. Once we do, that's the key.
Sky's the limit for sure. Oh, and congrats to you. Go ahead and take a look at the camera. Give your shout-outs.
Shout out to my family and the crowd coming out and supporting us tomorrow. Lucas, come support us again. Thank
Absolutely. Big crowd today. Congrats on the win.
You. Thank you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Final touches on our post-game show here from Devil Dog. Danville gets the win 63-41. The players have made their way out to cheer with some fans here as things wrap up tonight. I mean, Danville moves to 6-1 through 7 KMAC games. They've played everybody. They've only slipped up one time.
Yeah, and if they can end up going 12-2, maybe pull the upset, go 13-1. Who knows? But they just got to remember, why are we 7-1 or 6-1? This is what we've done. You cannot forget what got you here, and you got to keep pushing it forward because there's going to be people that might have been a little bit surprised by them earlier in the year and are going to have them circled on their calendar saying, hey, we need to pay them back. So be careful.
It has been a great week with you, Danville Blue Devil fans. You're watching some clips from earlier this week as Danville pulled off an upset win over Mount Gilead earlier this week. We were on the call for that. So Danville girls get a nice win today. Danville boys win the big rivalry here tonight. And then, of course, they've got a chance to take down Lucas tomorrow to really put a bow on what would be a very successful week in Danville athletics. That'll do it for us here from Danville. Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy, Evan Johnson, your camera operator today. Shout out to our sponsors also bringing you this live and free coverage. We'll see you next time. KMAC action continues here on the OH Report next week.